Hey, my loves, hope you all are well. We are going to get into your Scorpio eclipse reading. So, this eclipse, it is a full moon in Scorpio and it is a lunar eclipse. So, if you haven't checked out the prior eclipse reading that we had last month, I would suggest you checking that out first before watching this one because it could tie in together, okay? So this is also a collective reading. Use your intuition. Take what resonates, leave the rest, guys. Okay. And if you do resonate with this message, don't forget to give that like button a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. All of your energy is much appreciated. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see what divine angels and spirit guides have for you guys. What's the message for the Scorpio eclipse, please? Can we get an oracle card? Okay. Oh, I am liking this. Okay, and we'll get one more for now. Well, just got a few extra cards on the side. Just want to make sure I had them all in the deck. Okay, Divine Angel Spirit Guide, can we get another card, please? Oh, see, this card came out in the last eclipse reading. Okay, so again, like I said, it will tie together in some way because the eclipses usually do. This eclipse is going to be sort of like a continuation from what the first eclipse was doing, but I'm going to read you guys a little bit of quick information on this eclipse before we jump in. So this eclipse is on May 5th. Lunar eclipses are supercharged full moons that occur in conjunction with a solar eclipse. I am reading this on theyogajournal.com. This lunar eclipse continues the magic of the solar eclipse that occurred on April 19th, April 20th. It is also part of a set 7 eclipses taking place on the Taurus Scorpio axis from November 2021 through to October 2023. Okay, beautiful. So let's get into this then, shall we? Now, we do know that lunar eclipses can be a bit more emotionally charged than solar eclipses, a bit more feminine in nature, but they do also help us to feel our intuition a lot more and honor that knowledge within. So, let's see how this could affect. So, we've got your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So this talks about a lot of different things. Okay, it talks about taking accountability for what you are creating and manifesting and wanting to step into this energy where you are literally painting your vision, and not only just painting your vision, but you're stepping into it, you're living it, you're walking it, you're speaking it, you're seeing it. Okay, this is a strong manifestation energy. So for some of you guys, this would be a very powerful time for you to not necessarily just manifest, but more, I'm getting like a, what's the word, like a stepping into it energy, you know? So it's not so much just the behind the scenes work, it's like walking in your movie. Okay, it's like stepping into that role. Okay, and I feel like this role is basically who you are moving forward in your life. Okay, how do you want your life to look? And let's say there's something that you want for yourself in your life. This is about saying, okay, what version of myself lives that reality? Okay, so if you are wanting to reach the top of something, you may have to think, okay, the version of myself that has that achievement, what is their schedule? What is their mindset? What are their values? What are their principles? What are their non-negotiables? What are their boundaries? You know, it's that, and then stepping into that so that you can basically bring that movie into motion. It's almost like if the movie's on pause, okay, once you step into it, it's pressing play, which actually does tie into, again, the last eclipse. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was talking about that poised energy, where it was like, okay, there's some sort of pause or poisedness. And now I'm seeing here that when you press play, which basically is going to look like you embodying the visualizations that you've been having, you acting like the version of you, the higher version of you that naturally aligns with your manifestations, your higher manifestations. We've also got awakening, energetic upgrades. Look, a new way of being. I'm telling you, this is just like more confirmation. We've also got integration. So this is talking about integrating those. It's release and integration. It's like releasing those parts of you that are literally just keeping you down, weighing you down, releasing those parts of you that don't help you to align with your manifestation or with this next chapter, and integrating those higher parts of you, or those parts of you that you probably neglected or didn't see as valuable. Okay, it's integrating those parts of yourself back into not only yourself but into your world. And this is one main thing that is going to elevate things for you. So it could be like um maybe you have, maybe there's something in you, something that's light, and maybe you kind of discarded it, or you kind of shun it, or you just didn't really embody that in who you were. And this could be something that is like a natural talent of yours. It could just be um you know you showing up in the energy of love. It could be you showing up in your authenticity and the truth of who you are. It could be you doing something like a natural skill that the divine gave you, okay, in order to show up in this world and not only manifest it for yourself but manifest it for others, right? I'm really getting a message of just like people doing their bit, okay, in their purpose, and this kind of bringing value to your own life, but as well value to the planet, value to the world. So there is something here about you integrating those parts of yourself, okay, that the divine gave to you in order for you to manifest this into the reality. Because it's like, this is why we're here, right? All those things that make us uniquely us, that we are naturally good at, okay, because we all come into this world with unique things that we are each good at, okay, and these are things that we are supposed to co-create with. So yeah, this is lovely. I do feel like this is like the next level, next version of you, a new way of being. So because you may have like a sudden awakening, this eclipse could feel like there's just a lot of truth coming in. I did see that on this website as well, actually. I'm sure it said something about, hold on, let me see if I can find that again. Where are we? Yeah, okay, so it says you may find yourself feeling surprised or even caught off guard at some of the things you learn about yourself and others over a lunar eclipse. Not all of this information is negative. Some of it may bring you inspiration along with encouragement to shift your life. Um, no, that wasn't even the bit I was looking for, but that's still helpful. Okay, here we go. So it says lunar eclipses, like full moons, are revealing. They reveal the truth in often dramatic way and let you learn things that change your life course. It's important to accept what is revealed on a lunar eclipse. You cannot fight this knowledge. You can only take it in and ask yourself, what is the highest manifestation you can create with this energy? Oh, this is beautiful. Even if you are brought unwanted news or unexpected events, know that these are the universe's way of giving you a detour that will ultimately be the best course of action for your evolution. Yes, open yourself up to the information available on an eclipse and trust that this is landing in your life at the exact moment you need it. A lunar eclipse is an opportunity to create significant change in your life. This may come about abruptly. Yeah. And then the next part was what I said initially about, it can bring information out of nowhere. You may find yourself feeling surprised, even caught off guard. But again, this is what eclipses do. They bring big, powerful shifts in order to help you elevate and completely transform your life, aka align with your higher manifestations, higher desires. So if there are any things that are feeling, shaken up for you right now, okay, it could be in order for you to, you know, um, release, okay, things that are just weighing you down, making you feel heavy, things that are not aligning with you when you're in this lighter, higher vibration. But naturally, I just see that when you do integrate these higher parts of yourself back into yourself again, these could just be, you know, the true aspects of your soul. Like, who is your soul? What is your soul here to do? What is your soul good at? Illuminating the light, the love within you. And all of these things, they raise your vibration, they bring you higher, okay? The frequency of love or above, that's where we want to be. And then from here, you're just like aligning with all these things that you do want to manifest, okay? And this is what this creative accountability is. It's like checking in with ourselves. Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I honoring this new way of being? Okay, am I upgrading? Yes, beautiful. This is beautiful. This is literally like spiritually charging, but like getting that upgrade, right? Like on your phone. But anyways, we've got go the distance. Okay. So, ooh, I like this card because as you can see, we've got a like a finish line flag here. So for some of you guys, there's something that you are going to have a successful completion with, or it could be like you manage to get to the finish line with something. It's something that you will need to, for some of you guys, it could feel like you need to take a leap of faith, or for others of you guys, it could feel like you really need to go all the way in, like you really need to go the distance. And for some reason, I'm getting like I don't even know how to explain this word that I'm feeling right now. It's like it's like not letting anything stop you, you know? Like, if you see here, this sand, this could seem like a big inconvenience, okay? Trying to, get to this finish line, because it looks like it's just like kind of gonna sink, or it's quicksand, or it's just gonna make everything like more difficult. But there's something again about trusting in your abilities and what you can do, because I feel like the power within you and what you have, okay, there's no obstacle that can really get in your way from getting to this finish line. Okay, so there's just something about you really listening to your intuition. We've also got the number 4, so this could have something to do with you, again, successfully manifesting something into the physical. So it's now solid. It's a solid. It's stable. Okay, it's in the earthly realm. So some of you guys, you may actually manifest something and see this in the physical. Okay, and this looks powerful wherever that is. For others of you guys, it looks like you may reach a goal or reach a significant point, but I don't know what I'm getting here, where it feels like there's a lot of fast energy here. So maybe you feel like there's something to do with like a pace. No, it's more of an approach. It's an approach. It's an approach because it's to do with not sinking in the sand. Some of you guys as well, you may want to go to another like place as well. Okay, but it looks like something that maybe you didn't feel like you could see it yet, but you kind of can see the flags, so you know that there is something that would manifest. It's almost like when you're manifesting something, you can't see it in the physical yet, but you know that like it will manifest, and you just have to go the distance as if it's already there, right? That's how you manifest things, right? If you think, oh, well, I can't see it, so I'm not going to put all the effort in, then it won't manifest, right? So it's kind of like, you know, you have to go all in order for something to actually manifest, and you have to go all in on your intuition here. Okay, and this is what this new way of being, it's almost like if you just make this new way of being where you just always go all in, okay, when you want to be victorious with something, or you want to complete something. Okay, it's like if this is your new way of being, just go in the distance, or going all in, or just not letting obstacles kind of get in your way. Okay, just kind of trusting in your own divine abilities. Okay, and also taking creative accountability for if you feel like, okay, I haven't got to a certain point yet. Okay, just kind of, not necessarily using that as a reason to, like, have your vibration dip and all of that type of stuff, but more so just kind of looking at it like, okay, what is it that I can do? Okay, what is it that I, oh, okay, what is it that I can do? I don't know why. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like squeaking of like a bike, like rusty metal kind of thing. And it's giving me like oil in a machine. So some of you guys, it could just be maybe you just feel a bit rusty, or just something. Sometimes it might just be like, okay, maybe I was a bit rusty. Maybe I need to, you know, um, figure out, okay, the way that I need to be in order to have this reality. Literally. Okay, lovely. The Cosmic Heart Devotion Potency, Make Your Life a Moving Prayer. So again, we did have this in the prior eclipse reading. So again, it's not just doing it for a day, for a week, for a month. It's you have to devote yourself to this new way of being basically forever, in order to keep the manifestations forever. It's kind of like having, let's say you work on your skills, and you've been studying and you get this really good job, right? Let's say you were studying because you wanted like this great job, and then you do that, you get the job, and you've got all the skills they're looking for. You're enthusiastic, you're using your own initiative. You're also wanting and willing to put the work in, right? And being a good team player, all of that sort of stuff. Let's say you start doing that and you manifest something and you're like, yeah, I'm on top of the world, da 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 da, right? Just because you've manifested that, if you then decide, yeah, I want to go back to my old way of being, right? Before I had this job, which could be, not showing up with those ways of being, like not showing those same skills that you used to, okay, for whatever reason, there's no guarantee that you will forever keep that job. There just isn't, because it doesn't mean that you're not capable of doing the job, but there's no guarantee that you're going to keep the job, because you have to commit to the way of being in order to still have that job commitment, right? Because it's almost like value for value. They are giving you that value because you're giving them that value. But if that isn't there, then that is something that it can change. So there's just something about, if there's something that you want to manifest for yourself, it's better to get clarity and look at, okay, is this a way of being that I can devote myself to? Can I make my life this way? Can I move with my life with this intention? Can I honor this within myself? Can I make this who I am? It's like, as well, let's say you want to be a millionaire, right? There's going to be certain ways of thinking, certain ways of being that naturally are going to be different to an older way of being. So really understanding what that is, and whether that's a way of being that you feel you could commit to and devote yourself to, this is where you're going to start to see these profound shifts. Same thing with being a parent, before deciding, okay, I want to have a child, you have to devote yourself to being a parent from now on, right? And if you just decide, yeah, I'm not going to do that, right? Are you going to have the best result with that manifestation? Like, maybe you have something in mind for how you want things to manifest with your ideal family life. Is that going to manifest? Probably not. But you may still have some, like, you still have, the birth of your children, but the way that you've seen it all coming together, it's not going to be the exact same, right? So there's something about you showing up in your movie the way that you need to in order for the movie to be the movie, right? Otherwise, it might not be that movie, okay? There's so many examples I'm getting for this now as well. It's almost like as well like casting for a role, like, you know, just by the particular character that you might cast for that role, that can change the whole kind of essence, if you like, of a movie. Like, yes, the movie will kind of still be the same, have the same storyline and stuff, but like it's going to have a completely different essence depending on the character. But I mean, it can be a bit different as well with roles, because you're gonna get the right person for the role in order for the movie to be how the movie should be, right? So, the casting directors usually do a very good job at finding the right person that can play the right role for that movie. Okay, so again, it's just really understanding what that is, okay, what that role is for yourself, and then devoting yourself to it, because everyone's going to have different desires and different manifestations. So, you know, it's like you just knowing, okay, what is it that you want your life to be about? Okay, and then devote yourself to that way of being in order to be in alignment with the life that you're wanting to uh, live and step into, and start feeling that way already, like you're already living in this life. Start devoting yourself to that way of being already. Okay, so for instance, if you are trying to manifest like a specific job, okay, you may want to start devoting yourself now to getting used to that schedule, okay, or getting used to how you'd have to kind of show up. So let's say maybe it's a new role and it's something that requires you to um, talk to a lot of clients, talk to a lot of people. Maybe that's not something that you did before in your past roles. Okay, it might be something where you need to get a lot more comfortable and confident doing that. And once you kind of start doing the things that you need to do in order to be in that position, then you see where these doors start opening up for you in order to step into that role, right? Because it's like you feel ready, okay, like you feel that way. And sometimes you may not feel like, okay, you feel 100% ready, but you may have this like big feeling inside that's telling you that you are ready, and it could just be your own mind, trying to convince you that you're not. So just know the difference with that as well, because sometimes the divine will give you a feeling that you're ready and you could try and talk yourself out of it. Okay, lovely. I'm also seeing as well, there's also an importance of divine timing, and also know when you're not ready, because if you do go at something either unprepared or too soon, and not too soon, because there is an important message of just getting in there, because sometimes you need to just get the ball rolling and then kind of trusting yourself that you can course correct. But what I mean is having that clarity before you get in there, whether it's something that you can devote yourself to being consistently, or for as long as you're looking to have that manifestation for. Because for instance, it might just be like a short-term job, right? And then you might later go to another job and there's like a new way of being. So but if it's like a lifetime commitment, like let's say a business, or becoming a parent, or even just starting like a new like personal goal for yourself. Let's say you want to lose a certain amount of weight, right? It's almost like, okay, or let's say that's your manifestation. You see yourself at a certain weight goal, you know, it's like you choosing to devote yourself to what's required in order for you to complete that manifestation. But you know that if you say, okay, I'm going to devote myself to this, and then you start losing weight for like 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks you're no longer devoted, then are you going to have the same manifestation results? No. So it's kind of just seeing it like that. Okay, I think I've explained enough of that. I hope that was helpful. Hit the like button if that was helpful, if that resonated. Can we get another message, please, Divine Angel Spirit Guides? Ooh. Okay, so we've got love, we've got simplicity, and we've got the courageous pony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So again, like I was saying with the other reading with this card, okay, devoting yourself, it's much easier to devote yourself to something when you love what you're doing. So again, if this is something that you want to, there's something you want to manifest for your life, really think like, would I love to wake up every day and do this? Would I love to live this reality? Like really, and that's why it's better to really align with something that is who you already are, you know, on a soul level. Because if it's a job that you felt like I would always love to do that, or if it's just something that you want in your life, okay, it's going to feel almost second nature for you to devote yourself to it because it's who you are. Okay, so again, it's like really coming into that alignment and understanding of who am I, what do I love, you know, and integrating those things back into your life. Okay, the things that you love to do, because this could be something that could grow for you here, especially around this time if you start embodying this and stepping into this energy now. For others of you guys, if you are not completely sure, even if you just be in the energy of love, okay, self-love, start there, then focus on what you love, the things you love, how you would love to live your life, okay, and then look at the version of yourself that it would require to be in that reality, okay, and then go all in from that point on. Okay, this is beautiful. So simplicity as well, it's saying that once you, when you're in that alignment and you've got that strong resonance, it's actually quite simple. Okay, it's not like it takes, you know, all of this um what's the word, it's not as hard as you may think, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It's just, it just doesn't necessarily take, it doesn't have to be a struggle is the point. Okay, it doesn't mean that you won't have a lot of things to do. It doesn't mean that um you know, it's not going to be a new thing for you to figure out, but it's kind of saying that when you are in resonance with something, notice that naturally things don't seem to be such a struggle, okay, when you are in resonance and when you are also in love with your life, you're in love with how you're co-creating your life, okay, you just feel like things seem to happen with a bit more ease, things are just kind of flowing. And as well, if you think about the vibration that you would be in, okay, living the life that you want to live, okay, think about how you would feel inside your body. Would you feel stiff or would you feel light? Okay, would you feel light as a feather? So again, it's almost like getting into that vibrational space as well, doing the energy work. Because if you feel how you would feel in that reality, and as well, that has a lot to do with how your body feels, okay, um, your vibration. So getting into this energy, this like light as a feather energy here, being in flow, releasing whatever's not allowing you to be light, and also again allowing yourself to flow towards the things that you love or that you would love to grow. Okay, this is what's going to put you in that powerful alignment. This is beautiful. Okay, let's see if we can get some tarot now. Let's get some tarot. Divine Angel Spirit Guide, can we get some tarot messages for the Scorpio eclipse, please? And of course, this is an eclipse in Scorpio as well, so very transformative energy. Okay, some of you guys, you may feel called to get very deep, okay, within yourself. If there's any, oh, okay, Spirit is prompting me to talk to you guys about the mental garden meditation to help remove some rooted beliefs or thoughts. Okay, I'm even getting this thing where, for instance, some of you guys, you may notice in your days there could be like thoughts that come up that are like poisonous thoughts. It could even be like things that you've heard or things that were stuck in your mind, or beliefs from like years ago that weren't yours, but you know, maybe they come up. Or even if you notice sometimes when you're trying to manifest, you know, you hear that like negative voice in your mind that's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, da 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 da. Actually ask yourself, whose voice is that? Because sometimes it could be your own voice. For others of you guys, or for some time, or other times, it could actually be a voice that you heard when you was younger, always deterring you from what you wanted to go after. Okay, so really ask yourself, whose voice is that? Because it can be quite profound. And when you read, when you can identify that, even if it's an old version of you, when you didn't have as much belief in yourself, even if it's, you know, old version of you voice, okay, there's something about you. Once you can identify what that voice is, you it's your mind, right? So you have control over your mind, and you kind of you disagree with that thought consciously. And also, not only that, once it's actually like a good thing when those thoughts come up. Okay, now bear with me. When I say a good thing, I mean when it comes up, it's letting you know it's there so that you can do something with it. So if you're aware that, oh, this thought is not helpful, okay, or oh, why is this stuck in my subconscious? I didn't even know it was there. You know, um, we want to be conscious about what we are agreeing to in our minds when we're listening to things. The same way sometimes we have thoughts, you know, we may not agree with all the thoughts that come into our mind, and just kind of let them pass as clouds. But if you notice that something seems to get stuck in your subconscious because it just keeps coming up and you're not thinking about it, but you don't feel like it's helpful, once that comes up, it's a good thing, because now it's like, ah, gotcha. It's almost like a snake hiding in the grass and you can't find it, but when the snake pops up, it's like, oh, perfect. Now you can go get the snake and like remove it, right? So it's like when those thoughts come up, okay, depending, try to look at the energy of the thought. Now, some of you guys, it might come up as like, you may see it as a snake, right, in your mind, and you want to like pull the snake up out of the soil or whatever, and then like discard of that snake. But or for others of you guys, it might look like a root, like some a root of like a plant that's growing that shouldn't be growing. But let's get into the whole meditation thing, because this is a good exercise to do. But you can also do this during your day when you're not like in a meditation, but when you're just aware of your thoughts. When you just along your day, you're not in a meditation, just see that thought and then like kind of pick it up out of the root of your subconscious, okay? Just pull it out from the root, and then you want to transmute that with some powerful ass energy. Okay, and again, this is where you need to trust in the light that you have within you. You can transmute that. You've already got the power within you to transmute it. You've got the divine's power as well, the highest light form from above, okay, that you can pull in to cleanse that through your crown chakra straight into your head, into your subconscious. Transmute that right out, okay? And if you feel like, you know, you're doing that and you still see it come up a few times, every time just keep clearing it, keep clearing it, keep clearing it, okay? And you'll start to notice that, you know, your mind starts to get freer and lighter, okay? So that's something you can do along the day. But again, if you want to do a conscious, like actual meditation exercise for yourself, visualize, go into in your meditation. You can play some meditation music. You could do this in nature. You could do it in silence. It doesn't really matter. But visualize your mind, your subconscious mind, and go into the subconscious garden. Okay, now in the subconscious garden, you should see a mixture of trees, plants, seedlings, okay? And you want to scan the subconscious garden for beliefs or thoughts that you know are not helpful, okay? This could be limiting thoughts, lack thoughts, doubts, all these low vibrational thoughts or beliefs that were given to you as a child, or, some of you guys as well. Think back to if you had any influences when you were a child, and maybe when you wanted to follow the truth of who you are, okay, which is what we're talking about now, like your natural gifts, your natural talents, the things that you love. If there were people around you that told you no, or would always be like, would put you down for your natural abilities or skills, or make you disbelieve in yourself, some of those beliefs could be deep rooted in your subconscious, and you may discover those in your mental garden, or again, if you just, be aware of your thoughts throughout your day. But you want to uproot those almost like in your mental garden in the meditation, like you're a gardener. So just see yourself as a gardener. You're like, oh, okay, we don't need that plant, we don't need that one, okay, like weeds growing in the garden. And then you dig those up. You can also have an angel in the garden with you, one of your spirit guides, so that when dig up the root, the actual root of the plant, and the plant itself, and any remains that it has, so that it doesn't start growing again. Once you dig that up, you can pass that to your angel, okay, to just transmute it. You can just kind of see them just energetically just make that disappear as you've sort of passed it to them, or you could just transmute it yourself, okay. But if you do that meditation regularly or every so often, okay, it's like you start to notice that things are just kind of starting to happen and flow in with a bit more ease, because it doesn't matter how much work you put into something. If your subconscious mind has rooted beliefs that are in conflict to the vibrational state that you need to be in, the emotional resonance that you need to be in, you're going to feel like you're just constantly on a hamster wheel, doing all this work and not really being able to grow past a certain point. So this is beautiful. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Okay, so let's go towards the tarot now. Okay, can we get some tarot messages, please? We get some details of what could be useful for you guys at this time. The oracle cards usually was give us like an overview of the energy and how you can best utilize the energy to your advantage, because I feel like eclipses are great times. Like, it does create a lot of huge change, but the potential off the back of an eclipse, it's like a gift, but if you don't see that, it could just feel like it's just come to just rock your world. Right? So yeah, this is literally, look, plowing the soil. Literally, look, plowing the soil, digging up the roots, all the things that's growing. It's like, oh, why is that there? Why is that there? Why is that there? All these beliefs and thoughts that put me at a disadvantage, right? All these beliefs and thoughts that make me feel scared to go towards my blessings. All these, I keep hearing this. It's like a moped or something, and it keeps going round and round and round and round. And I feel like this is like a site. Look, the number 8, the number's perfect. Thank you, Spirit. I was telling you, Spirit will show up with messages in the most unique ways. This moped, it's speeding, and it just keeps circling, right? It keeps coming back around. It's like going around, like I said, on that hamster wheel, just constantly going. So some of you guys may feel like, okay, I just need to move faster, 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 and you may get burnout, right? And sometimes you do need to up the pace on something if you're in that momentum energy. But if you feel like you're just constantly trying to rev up the engine and you're just going in circles, okay, there's something that you need to release, or there's something deeper, okay, that you need to heal, okay, because there's something else that's putting you at disadvantage. And this is something that would be a good time for you to clear out at this time, and the eclipse could have come to help you do this. For some of you guys as well, it's also saying be mindful of the people that you spend your time around, okay, because I'm getting that quote, like, who you spend your most time around you can become. So it's almost like making sure that you are constantly cleansing your own energy and staying in your own energy. If you feel like you're around people that aren't, um, pouring in light or doing, in their own divine energy, because this could be things that could also set you back. So again, it's almost like if you feel like you are in the public, sometimes in public spaces where you don't really have that control, what you do have control over is cleansing your energy regularly, right? So that you can kind of filter out any energy that you might have picked up throughout your day that wasn't useful. And there might be energy that you do pick up along your day that is very beneficial, that helps you to pour more into what you're doing, okay? Like inspired thoughts, or, you may get some light or some love, okay, poured into you. So in general, it's just kind of saying that, you really honoring your energy, honoring your space, honoring your mind, okay, honoring your vessel, honoring your thoughts, it's just like that clean energy, and needing that also within your own space, right? So if there's anything that you may feel like is not allowing you to have that, this could be things that you're needing to release, walk away from. The eclipse could be coming in to help you realize things that are just going to set you back and not help you to advance higher. Okay. I am getting blessings though. Like some of you guys, wow. Some of you guys, it's like blessings pouring in. Okay, you may have felt like there was some sort of setback, but it's like a setback. Okay, and it's like what you do with that. Okay, if you use that energy and you look at it as, okay, how can I transmute this energy and transform this into a blessing for myself? It's more like being aware of what it is that could put you at a disadvantage and setting you back, and then choosing to then water something else. Does that make sense? So it's like, okay, something could come, there could be things that happen that either feel like things that happen very sudden, okay, that get your attention. And this could bring your attention to either one, need to heal something, two, walk away from something, or three, to take action towards some sort of a blessing. But I feel like these are sudden things that could happen around the time of an eclipse, okay? Can we get some more, please, Spirit? The Fool card in the reverse. So for some of you guys as well, you could feel, what's the word, like almost at a disadvantage if you were to take a leap of faith, or nervous about a leap of faith. But I'm seeing here that if you're seeing the signs, because this card always gives me like the signs and following the signs all around you, then again, remember we talked about that number 4 and having some sort of manifestation, something being solid, something manifesting in the physical realm. Okay, it's like if you trust the signs and you actually focus on what it is that you're set to gain versus what it is that you could lose, then you're going to move into that direction where you do have that solid manifestation. Okay, but if you are focused on, oh, but I could be put at a disadvantage because of this, because of this, because of this, because of this, then you're going to feel like you're still at a disadvantage, and you may not take the leap of faith that you need to take in order to manifest something in the physical. And it does look like there's something that if you have an inspired thought, if you get a download, there's something where you need to move on that in order for something to manifest. But I feel like the month of May in general is a really good month for like finances, manifesting things into like a solid result, structure, homes, businesses, work, just very good with like tangible things. High Priestess, yeah. But again, Spirit just keeps showing me that a lot of things are going to start off in the invisible, okay, as always. So you're going to need to have a lot of faith with the star card and a lot of trust in order to move forward on something, in order to see something manifest. Okay. Five of Cups, yeah, there's also something as well about not being in this energy of loss, okay? And even if you feel down sometimes, because sometimes, you know, you have our down moments, we'll have our up moments, it's like picking yourself up and then really sort of doing the energy work that you need, okay, to find that balance. Because it's like, it's almost like finding that balance, finding that rhythm. Once you start to do that, it's like you always know how to pick yourself up, you always know how to restore your energy. And then it's almost like you didn't even really, you may felt like you wobbled, but you didn't really wobble. Like you may have wobbled, but you didn't fall off. Does that make sense? High Priestess. I feel like you're going to come across some information soon that's going to be so valuable. Okay, there's some sort of hidden information that you're not aware of, but you're going to come across this information and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, the clouds have cleared up. I know exactly where I can go. I know exactly how to navigate. Like, this is like, oh, right. Some of you guys, it could be like a lot of incoming money. But obviously, you guys, it could be incoming opportunities. It could be a lot of travel. But there's going to be something that is going to pick up the momentum soon, especially, and this could happen all of a sudden. You could be like, you know, in more of a grounded energy, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I need to get on the board. I need to be like doing this, doing this, doing this. Or you may get a lot of opportunities and it's like all of a sudden you need to take action on these opportunities. So there's something about finding that balance so that you can get into the energy that you need to, or just be in the energy that you need to and devote yourself to it, so that, you know, once these opportunities come in, you're already in the right energy to be able to just take action. I'm also seeing, look, when that sound comes back, the moped, the number 8 appears. Okay, so this repetitive cycle again. So if you feel like, again, there's just a repetitive situation, okay, this could even be, again, like financially, or it could be to do with people in your life that just don't mean you any good, then this is saying, okay, where's that creative accountability coming in? And the number 5, talk about change. What change can you make so that you're no longer in that same position? Okay, if it's money, I feel like it's to do with your mindset, your beliefs, thinking from a place of lack and loss. Okay, keeps you in lack and loss. Whereas if you if you reach high, if you aim for, what's that quote? If you aim for the moon, no, if you aim for the stars, then you'll at least reach the sky. Okay, so there's something about setting your sights higher, right? Reaching higher, aiming higher. Okay, maybe some guys, you have a belief that you can only have a certain amount, or you're only worthy of a certain amount. Okay, so there's something about really looking at where that comes from. Some of you guys, this could be a belief from like a mother figure or a father figure, or someone that maybe didn't want to see you progress. Okay, so there's just something about, maybe you need to, you know, be in different spaces, be around different people, different environments, or just be by yourself, okay, where you can, you know, think high and not have like any um, people maybe repeatedly trying to put that lack mindset into you, or that doubt or that worry. Because sometimes, you know, it's just you may feel good about something, you know, they may kind of re-invoke that sort of like lack, or that lack belief that you're trying to progress from. Okay, but obviously, you guys, it could just be people that again, it doesn't have to be money. It can also just be people that don't mean you well, and maybe you feel like there's just a part of your life or a phase of your life that you just want to progress from. You just want to make progress in any area of your life. Okay, some of you guys, it could be that you're needing to change the people that you deal with or that you're around. Okay, especially if it's people that, you know, attack you behind your back or do things um, when you're, this is quite a, what's like a meek sort of card. So this is like something where you could just be either, something that you could be aware of it. For others of you guys, it might just be something that you choose to turn your back to, okay, so that you don't have to be in the same repetitive cycle. So again, that could also be a message, but there's just something about, you know, making necessary changes so that you can progress. For others of you guys, it might be there could be opportunities coming towards you. Maybe you need to make a change. Maybe there's opportunities coming in. Maybe you don't feel worthy enough. Maybe you don't feel valuable enough in order to receive these opportunities or take action upon them. Okay, so there's something about you maybe making a change here to do with your belief about your own sense of value. There's so many things I'm picking up that this could mean. I'm seeing as well, just as a side note, if there are like people trying to do things, okay, behind your back to get at you, this is giving me like a boomerang effect. So whether you're aware of this or not, Spirit is saying that as long as you're making the changes that you need to make for yourself, Spirit is going to keep you out of the way, and it's going to have whatever negative energy people could be sending you, it's going to have a boomerang effect. So it's like the minute they send that energy your way, it's going to hit them back, okay? And they're going to feel like they're stuck in a repetitive cycle of just like unfortunate circumstances. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to focus on the changes that you need to make for yourself. And this is what's going to help you reach these higher heights, okay? But I do feel like there's a lot of good things coming in here. Some guys as well, you might just get like a lot of sudden communication come in. You may get a lot of sudden opportunities, you know. So Spirit wants you to be aware of what's coming your way so that you can make the most out of the good energy being sent to you. And if there's anything holding you back energetically, whether yours or someone else's, make the necessary changes, okay? Because again, the more you stay around this like energy, okay, it can affect just how you think and feel about yourself. If you're constantly around people that, right, make you feel like you can't achieve something that you want to achieve. Ace of Swords. Yes, set a boundary. Set a boundary to protect yourself. Okay. Something that you may feel like this could come at a cost of like losing people. But the divine is saying that like if there's anything that you're supposed to have, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, okay, you will have it. Anything that you lose out of protection for yourself, it's not a loss because they were trying to keep you down, okay? So it's almost like people can choose to progress themselves and they can, you know, initiate truth towards you, which could be like a powerful initiation point, okay, in order to have a fresh start. But if that doesn't happen, then you have to just protect yourself, and you know, there's no point you letting people drag you down, right, when you've got places that you need to reach and things that you need to do. So yeah, some of you guys I see as well, you may feel like you could want to protect some people, okay, that could not be able to see the truth in what you're saying, okay? There could be people that you want to protect, but they can't see the truth in what you're saying. This could also evoke feelings of sadness, hopelessness, or loss. But the divine is saying there'd be no point losing your soul, okay? Like letting your soul just be drained and then losing your soul and whatever you'd lose anyway by setting the boundary, okay? So, you know, 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups, yeah. And it's like once you set the boundary and you're protected by the divine, you're going to gain, okay? You're actually going to gain. You're going to gain what is actually made of love, okay? What actually is giving love, what is actually of the divine, what is actually of your higher blessings. So anything that you feel like would be something good for you to have in your reality here, this could be a strong sign of the divine saying like, you know, this is giving me what's that, like that chalice energy, it's gone, but yeah, it's like the divine is going to be showing you clear signs, okay, of this beautiful reality and that you could manifest, but also signs of things that could inspire you for what you want for yourself, or it could be it just looks like you're going to see something that it's going to feel good, it's going to feel genuine, but it's also going to be good for everyone that is genuinely a part of it. It's almost like if you're a part of this, there's like divine protection. This could be like a family, okay, and then like the whole family being protected, and then because the whole family is protected, everyone can, like, the love can thrive, okay, because it's like if something's not protected, it will get drained. All of this love here, okay, all these trespassers, look what they will do. They'll drain this well, okay, until nothing's left, and then everyone's like soul is drained. Whereas if you protect it, it's like all the water can keep flowing. So I am seeing here that there's something as well about this could even be like a sign for you. For some of you guys, it could be something new that you want to do or be a part of, or something that you feel like you would love to start or love to initiate. It could be a divine idea, okay? It could be a talent, it could be anything. But I feel like the divine is going to be showing you clear signs, like the difference between what's loving and valuable versus what's draining for the soul and what isn't really operating in the energy of love, okay? And it's like if you have that clear distinction, you can always stay on the right side of things in the right alignment, okay? You can always kind of navigate and keep your abundance flowing, okay? It's like a fountain. I'm literally getting like this fountain of abundance that just keeps flowing, just keeps pouring, okay? It's like more of where that came from. It's like an endless source. I'm also getting as well like abundance being birthright, okay? That's very clear here. So for some of you guys, abundance may have been your birthright from when you were a child. Some of you guys, when you were a child, you could have had like people, maybe there was something different about you, okay? I'm seeing all different types of energy. So some of you guys, yeah, like you came into this realm as like a starseed, just like with something unique about you. For others of you guys, you could have came into this realm with lessons to learn first before you opened up more to your intuition, okay? Because we all have different like reasons why we're here and agreements and stuff, but you know, for some of you guys, it could be that you wanted to see some things first on the other side of life before integrating into you know, your higher self. For others of you guys, you could have came in more with this divine energy. Maybe you feel like you didn't have as much protection, There could have been a lot of vulture energies, okay, and then you could have experienced like this other side, you know, of drainage. But again, it doesn't really matter how you came in, because there's something valuable that you would have learned, or some sort of valuable clarity or truth, or something that there's a reason. Basically, you came in, your starting point was your starting point so that you could protect yourself, okay, when you're in this energy. So let's say if your starting point was, um, you know, on the other side of things, okay, where maybe you feel like you weren't so much like in this like heart space energy, okay, maybe you being around or feeling like you fit in with like people that maybe now you feel like you don't really fit in as much anymore. You could have learned very valuable things. You could have got clear on those archetypes. You could have got clear on you know, just how the skills that even people in the dark use, you know, skills that people that don't have good intentions use, just because you got familiar with that when you were young. And then as you grew, you were able to kind of protect yourself from those people because you knew those people. Does that make sense? So then as you start to open it up more to like your higher purpose and your intuition now, you already kind of know how to protect yourself from those people because you dealt with that first. And then on the flip side, if you felt like you came in just like with this light, but like not much protection, you may feel like you had to experience feeling drained before you really got to experience your abundance, okay? And in order to experience your abundance, you had to learn, how do I protect myself, okay? If I don't have that protection already, how do I protect myself? And that's where you could learn the skill that those other people would have already learned. And then once you've learned that skill, you realize, oh, I'm abundant, right? And it's like you're always abundant, but you just needed that protection. So your abundance within you wasn't being drained. This is so beautiful. I can't even. Thank you, Divine. This is gorgeous. Yeah, if you're not fulfilled with something here, if you're not fulfilled with something, like, yeah, it's not, if something doesn't feel like a wish fulfillment, okay, then the divine is saying that's all the sign that you need. That's all the sign that you need, whether you should be open to it or not. Does it feel good? Okay. Does it feel like it's going to help you progress? Because sometimes, because the divine is also showing me the sword, because sometimes truth doesn't always feel good, but the result of what you can do with that truth, the manifestation of it, will feel good. Does that make sense? So just to make that distinction, but it's almost like if you see that, like, you know, a result or where something is going, like that belief in the mind, if you see that plant is growing, it's like, oh, that's going to manifest into like lack or loss, you know? It's like, how do you stop that in its tracks? Okay. Okay, lovely. So we've also got the strength card here. So I'm also getting an energy of like poisonous. So some of you guys, you could be feeling, there's an energy of not acting impulsively from your emotional space, and really finding this inner courage to be able to observe and be aware, okay? And also to be receptive to some sort of divine information, okay? Or lesson or clarity at that time, because there could be things that, I feel like there's a lot of things that you're going to see that could evoke a lot of feelings, mainly positive though, if I'm being honest. This looks pretty much positive, but I feel like there's just something about you taming yourself when you need to, and then letting yourself run free when you need to, right? Like just knowing when, knowing the difference, being clear. There's also an energy of confidence here. There could be some sort of wish fulfillment that you're wanting, and there's a need for some sort of confidence in order to achieve this result. The Empress in the reverse, Five of Wands, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So there's a lot of mother energy here. It looks like, I don't know, there's something you could be lacking clarity on. Okay, but I feel like you don't, Spirit is saying you don't need to like worry about a lack of clarity if you really have a long-term plan that you want to see some sort of ideal result for yourself. Okay, try not to harbor, try not to stay fixated on things that pull you away from the vibration you need to be in. Does that make sense? Like, acknowledge it, be aware of it, okay? But be aware, the reason why you need to acknowledge it and be aware of it is so that you can then be aware of what direction you want to go in, okay? But once you're aware of the direction you need to go in, then, you know, focus on that direction that you're going in. But I also see that some of you guys, there could even be like beliefs that you may feel like were passed down here from like a mother figure or something. I don't know. It's like or if it wasn't a mother, sometimes it could even be a father figure. But I'm feeling like there could be some sort of or maybe you feel like you dropped your guard with somebody, like you let your guard down. It could even be self-forgiveness for others of you guys. I don't know, I feel like it's something to do with like a parent of yours. I'm hearing go the distance with this. You know, we have go the distance, but you may feel like you need to reroute. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The Three of Wands I'm seeing here. There's like this waiting energy. There's something about when you're clear, taking inspired action, having a plan, but also if you just feel like something is just going to keep you like in this place of like being angry, okay, then go in a different direction. Okay, go in a different direction, because it just looks like there are things that you may know are not fulfilling for you, but you may feel like you need to hold on to it for some reason. Maybe you feel like it takes a lot of courage to like move forward. I'm getting like a very like a raw energy, like, you know, if like a flame, like a huge flame just like went and you just feel that heat and it's like everyone's just like frozen, but it's not cold, it's hot. Kind of feels like an intense energy, but like a very still sort of graceful one. You may be called to embody this energy. Like if you feel a lot of intense feelings, maybe you have to be very graceful in despite of the intense feelings that you're feeling. Okay, and this could show up very powerful. I don't know, there's like a, it's like if that fire, it's like you just see and it's like, ooh, right, it's there then it's not there. It's like it's reminding me of when I went to Kevin Hart. This was like years ago. It's when I seen Kevin Hart live at his comedy show. It was so hilarious. It was like the best. Every time I think back to it, I just laugh because I just remember. I don't think my jaw was hurting so much. I don't even think I could even gasp for air. Like it was legendary. But this was like back when he was kind of more like coming up, like new coming up, right? So there could be something here as well about like some of you guys, you could be coming to some sort of peak period, or some of you guys, you could be doing something on a stage, like a performance. But what I was getting with that is in that concert, literally, oh my god, these were the fire torches. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. On the stage, what was the name of that Kevin Hart tour? It's that, like, hold on, I'm actually gonna search it because um he had the fire, and it was like every time he said something funny, he was like, he would say something like, get fire on these mother effers or something. But he was like, you know, like, I'm killing y'all right now, like I'm funny or something like that. But it's like every time he said something really funny, like fire, like this fire would just shoot up from the floor and it would just disappear. But it was like whoosh. But it was just like this intensity. But I don't know, it was just, I don't know, something about that. This fire energy could be significant. Your confidence, okay, maybe you're just really needing to utilize some of that fire energy, but also know how to tame it and be poised and graceful as well. But then there's something as well about just positive vibrations and laughter, just sort of fueling your higher vibrations. What is it that the collective might have to be graceful for, please? The Hermit card. The World card. Okay, so we've got Sagittarius energy, we've got Virgo energy, we've got Leo energy. So it looks like it's something that you could either become aware of, something you could see, something you could discover, or it could be something where you need to perform or you need to step into this energy and like show yourself, or like, you know, you could be yeah, needing to like get on that stage, right? And it could take you stepping into this confidence. But also if you feel like there is, because I'm seeing like someone could be looking at the audience, right? It's like stage fright. But at the same time, I'm also getting, it might not even be so much the audience, it's like that voice in the subconscious mind. There could be someone, okay, that could oh yeah, this is my yes card. Spirit is saying yes. We've also got Aries energy now. It's like there's someone, right, that you could feel like is an obstacle for you, but I feel like it's more of a mental obstacle, okay? You feel like they could get in your way of like showing up, or maybe you feel like they are trying to get in your way. Okay, this could be something you feel like is deliberately trying to get in your way, okay, so that you can't progress, you can't have some sort of a victory. So it's like, again, it's knowing, okay, what is it that you can see? Because just because someone shows up, it doesn't mean that they're doing the right thing by you. Okay, things can also be like, it could also be manipulation. But in other times, it could be someone showing up transformed, right? Again, that Scorpio energy. This is all about transformation. So you may actually notice a lot of things transforming, a lot of positive transformations that could lead in a very good, feel good result. So there's just something about you seeing like transformations take place in front of your eyes. You may already see something transforming right now or like around you. And I feel like there's more to come. Some of you guys, you could be going through a transformation. You may, if there's something that you have to do, because again, the stage energy, it could also be like a job interview or something, but you may feel like, okay, once you step into this energy, everything transforms for you after that point. You know, once you do what you need to, everything's transformed. For obviously, because you may see someone else that is transformed, or you may just see the more that you start working on your mindset, things are just started transforming around you. It's just like, seeing this transformational energy, tapping into it, using it. Okay, yes. This new way of being, stepping into this new way of being, using your courage and your strength to do this. Yeah. And if you feel like there's something that you need to do, I don't know, I'm just getting this energy of something you feel like you need to do. Okay. And I'm getting like a, like being turned on, not in that way. I don't mean that way, but like, you know, you turn your phone on, it's like all of a sudden, like you turn on, right? Like you're switched on. That's what I mean, if you're being switched on. That's that awakening energy. That's what that is. This is the energetic upgrade happening. So something might just kind of switch you on and you just kind of feel like you've awakened to like things, or maybe you feel like you see things in a completely different perspective, and then now you're like, okay, I know how I want to move forward, or I know how to move towards a successful result, or you know, you could feel determined to get some sort of a victory. But I feel like you're gonna see things that would inspire you, or you may get inspired ideas, or you may get signs. Okay. You may hear the call from the divine here to activate or to do something or to move forward. So this looks really good. I feel like the things that could happen off the back of this eclipse, and again, the eclipse is not just on the day itself. This energy is going to be lingering, you know, days, weeks, even months after. So yeah, because I'm even seeing this energy can carry up to July time. Okay. So you may notice a lot of things transforming up until July. Like things moving forward in the direction of success. I'm also getting these energies where there's some people that could like suddenly show up. Okay. I feel like these people showing up, I'm getting like helpful people, or people that are like switched on. Or for some of you guys, it could be something that you see online. Okay. Or you might show up for something, you might switch on, but yeah, I need to go there now. I need to switch on now. I need to step into this energy now. Or I need to go after this opportunity now, because there's something about where you might see like an opportunity. It could even be like an opportunity online, right? And it's like, oh, okay, I need to move forward on this now. It could even be like an advert, right? And you don't know if you're going to see that again, or like, I don't know, there's just something about like, yeah, wow. I feel like there's a portal, right? And it's like you could literally step into the reality that you want, literally. Like there's a version of you already living that reality, and you can literally just shift into it. But you may see something to help you like get into that portal, like different ideas that lead you to take certain actions, and then you start to see, whoa, like things are just transforming, whoa, 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 and then it's like you're in it. You're in it, keep moving. But I feel like, yeah, something as well to do with work. Okay, there could be someone in work that could show up that could be very helpful, that could want to see you. This could be someone that's um, either wants to show up and help you move things forward, or this could be someone that you see that inspires you to move something forward, or it could be like it could be an employer, it could be a client, but there's some sort of supporting force that's helping you move forward, and it's off the back of you seeing an opportunity. Okay, so this looks really good. And I also see that I just feel like you might do some things and you might be like, whoa, like that seemed to happen like magic, like, right? Like you're whatever you're touching, just like transforming. And there's something about, you may notice the effect that you're able to have when you're in this like divine energy, when you're in this resonance with yourself, when you trust yourself, when you have this self-gnosis, you know, when you know what you can do with these energies and you're moving with the highest intention of yourself and everyone involved, okay, you may realize, oh, whoa. But it's like the Midas touch. I feel like if you see this, like, just know these are all signs that you're supposed to do things with this. There's things that you're supposed to manifest again for yourself, but not only for yourself, but for others. Okay, there's like a collective vision. There's a universal manifestation, and there's something about you doing you showing up as you're part of the picture. Yeah, Page of Cups, lovely. Okay, so again, we've got a lot of like people that could be wanting to show up towards you, or like, I don't know, if you step in this energy, okay, there's a lot of masculine energies, right? This could be like work. So maybe if you're doing interviews, okay, maybe there's like it's like a male dominated industry, or for others of you guys, it could be family. It could also just be people that you come across. I don't know, I feel like there's something significant though. What's that about, Spirit? Hmm. The divine is the divine is sending help your way in the form of somebody. Okay, it's going to help you move forward. Okay, this could help end a period of struggle or suffering, or if there was something that you felt like was like in unknown or hidden. Okay, I feel like you're going to get some sort of divine support now. This male, okay, depending on whether some of you guys, it could be support in several different areas of your life. It doesn't really matter. But I feel like, you know, if it's to do with like an idea or work or something, this could come through online. If it's something to do with like around you, okay, this could be like a family member. If it's something to do with like a partner, okay, it's just there's some sort of area that the divine is like, okay, we want to like push you forward in this area, and we're going to send someone in. This is someone that's charged and ready to go, or someone that's already like in the right energy. So it's like, yeah, we're sending this person in, okay, to move something forward, or to like power something up, right? But like in the, yeah, but I see something being powered up by the energy that's being used. Okay, so it's like it could be this like love energy, or this genuine intention, um or this could just be someone just genuinely wanting to see you do well. Okay, someone just genuinely wanted to see you progress. um it may even be like you going um to like a what's the word, like if some of you guys, if you needed to like seek some sort of service, okay, like a service or like counsel or help for something, okay, there could be like a helpful person. It could even be to do with like homes, okay. um yeah, I feel like if you need to do with like homes, there could be like a someone that could be in charge of something, or if they're not in charge of something, then it's like they're the right person for it. Let me see. Work. It's like I'm getting like there's something about like learning. Three of Swords. I feel like this is someone that could probably empathize with you or where you're at, okay, in some way. but it's like going to end some sort of feeling of either burdens or hurt. Okay, it's going to end one of those for you. King of Cups and the Two of Cups. There's a lot going on, but I just really see that there's going to be some sort of divine assistance here being sent in. This could be three males in three different areas. Okay, so it could be like work, it could be family, and then like love life, right? For others of you guys, it could be like you know, you go to the supermarket and you're carrying something very heavy, and someone just like, oh, you know, you're having a difficult day, and someone's like, let me just help you get that to your car, right? um it could be you go to an interview, and then like you know, you thought it was going to be a struggle, but then someone just sees that, okay, you've got the valuable things that we need, and you know, they just they see the value, they just want to help. Or it could be, I just feel like there's going to be different areas of divine assistance showing up for you that you probably didn't even see. Okay, so there's going to be several areas of your life that's going to be transforming. This is huge, guys. This is very, 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 very huge. This is very huge. Very huge. Oh my gosh. 9 of 6. Okay. We keep getting a lot of nines in the reverse, kind of turning into sixes. And then we're getting a lot of fire energy, as well as we've got Sagittarius energy here again as well. So again, we've got like patience, balance, harmony. Again, the right ingredients. I'm also seeing as well, though, for some of you guys, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's something here also as well about like a situation. If you felt stuck in a situation, okay, this is giving me a repetitive cycle. Let me see. You know what, before I was saying, you know, you may need to set boundaries, or you may need to be clear on what it is that you're investing in. Especially if there's people like, what's the word? Especially if there's people that have intentions to stop you from achieving. Okay, look, I don't know, there's just energies here where the other people that may just not want to see you do well. But again, Spirit is saying, even if you're aware of this, okay, this could even make you feel frustrated, but Spirit is saying, be aware of it, but don't like focus on it. Don't like keep your attention on it, okay? Because you don't want to compromise your own energy. You want to be in your energy so that you can do your divine work, okay? Because that's where your manifestations are coming in. Look here, Seven of Pentacles. It's like there's something that's already growing here for you. And if you just see, okay, what do I need to cut out? Okay, what do I need to cut out? Okay, what is it that's making me feel like I can't grow into my full potential? You know, what is it that is making me feel like I don't have anything, you know, even though abundance is my birthright, you know? It's our birthright to be able to achieve the things that you set out for yourself, right? So again, it's like you protecting that for sure. But I do see as well, for some of you guys, there's something here now as well about like either a connection or a relationship. Some of you guys, you may want to protect like it's like, it could even be your child, your children. Here you could have like 2 kids. Or some of you guys, you could even have like a big family. You could have like 6 or 7 children. But there's something about like, you know, you want to protect who you love as well, so that they can be successful with what God give them to use inside. Okay, because again, only when you protect something can it thrive. um so again, same way, like if you're manifesting something for yourself, some of you guys, this could be like a relationship here as well. Yeah, if you're feeling like things are moving forward successfully with you, okay, to do with like a connection, or if you feel like you are making progress with like a friendship, or just any people in your life that you're feeling good about, okay, then again, there's just something about protecting that. Seven of Cups, yeah. It's even protecting it from like your own confused or impulsive choices, because sometimes like it's really, you know, the choices that we make that could also, like for instance, we choose whether to set a boundary, we choose whether not to. Okay, so if there's something that, like, you know, let's say there's someone around you and they're like, oh, you know, I'm gonna give you a cup, and you're like, oh, a cup, yes please, but really the cup has got a snake in it, right? If you don't use your awareness to be like, is this cup really a cup, or is it a cup with a snake in it, right? Because if you then take the cup and then you get bitten, you may feel like, why did I do that, right? So maybe you just realize, okay, I just need to set boundaries, okay? Because until you see something different, then, you know, there's no point getting bitten again and then again and again. Yeah. It's like not everyone gets access to like your inside world, okay, unless they have a genuine cup here to offer you. Okay. Because I'm seeing that, like, even if you just turn your back, okay, to the snake, but you don't set boundaries, that snake can still jump out and bite you. So, you know, you also need to protect yourself, because you are valuable, and how you can't manifest anything if you yourself are not protected, if you're not in the right state of being. It's also protecting your thoughts again as well, like just doing that mental check-in, clearing up your thoughts, because you could have a snake in your mind that's like trying to put all this self-doubt, all this like worry and fear, okay? Yeah, or again, if you feel like there was a lot of like negative beliefs that are not your own, that have kind of been like jammed into your mind, okay, you might just want to like pick those out of your subconscious like one by one, okay? Because I'm seeing as well that there's like, there could even be like a snake energy that could even just like constantly put certain things in your mind here, okay, that really would only bring you to a result of loss, okay, instead of gaining. So yeah, someone could have told you to have a boundary to this energy here, okay, probably to protect your mind, to protect your thoughts, to protect you and someone else, to protect what it is that you see for yourself, okay? For some of you guys, you could be doing this for someone else. Look at that, the Ten of Swords. You see, the next someone could have stepped in before you had the complete ending betrayals type situation, right? It's like, had it happened again, it would have just been like, you know, it could have been a worse case scenario type thing. So it's like someone could have either said something or, I don't know, did something or stepped in. This could have been ultimately to end some suffering, but it could have not been clear to you or whoever this was, why someone was stepping in, okay, on their behalf, you know. Yeah, it's almost like someone could have thought, this could be it could even just be like things that you're like, things that you used to be open to, okay, and it's like, oh, that could poison my mind. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like the more you set boundaries towards anyone that's like in the energy of this snake, okay, is the more that you're going to just look at this, just abundance just coming in. It's like money just falling in your lap. Look. But it's not just money. It's things and people that you see as valuable in your life, okay? People that you feel like have good qualities, okay? People that also protect themselves. Because if people don't protect themselves, how are they going to protect you? Okay? If people don't protect themselves, how are they going to protect you? So again, it's just kind of, I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of awareness, and this awareness is just going to help you just have these huge transformations. And for some of you guys, it's just going to be something beautiful coming into your life. Sometimes you could be preparing for something coming into your life that's going to be very valuable. Maybe you know something's coming but you can't see it yet, but it's like you know something's coming into your life, and it's like, I feel like something's going to be like given to you physically, where you might have it in your hands. Okay, so it could be an item, or you could hold it, or it's something of value. So it could be um it's like you could be preparing your mind for this, clearing out your mind, or you could be trying to um, get things clear, get things straight, get things in order, set boundaries, or just do the necessary things. But I feel like if there's things that you feel like you're yet to see, okay, you are going to get the clarity, you are going to see things transform. And you will know, because something valuable will suddenly show up to you, okay, and you'll know it's valuable when it appears. You'll be like, oh, I didn't see this coming, and it's going to feel like, okay, this is valuable, right? And it's going to kind of, I don't know, I feel like you're just going to know something intuitively, and you're going to feel good about it, and you may know um what decision you can make from that point onwards. Okay, you may feel like, okay, this is a sign that something is established, or something is solid, or something is in the right energy, or something can flourish, right? So yeah, I feel like your due diligence is going to take you a long way. So this is beautiful. Spirit saying keep going. Trust yourself. Yeah, there's that Scorpio energy we need, that transformation. Okay, this could be like that death of the old self, or just again with the devil energy in the reverse here. Especially as well as some of you guys feel like before you dipped like in vibrations, or I don't know, you could have felt like you dipped, or you fell or something, and you try to get control back over your life. But there's something about taking control over what you're creating for your life, but then releasing control over the external factors and the things that you can't control. But if you are in the right energy, okay, you have a lot more positive influence over things than you probably realize. I'm also getting like children here, father energy. So for some of you guys, it could be something about like a father control dynamic, as opposed to like that, versus being a positive influence on your kids, and your kids being inspired to want to be like you, okay, where you don't even feel like you have to control them. They're just happy to listen to you, because they want to be around you. They like your energy. It's warm, it's attracting. That it's like if your kids feel happy around you, okay, they want to be around you. They don't want to distance themselves, okay. Because if they start to want to distance themselves, you're going to feel like, oh, I need to like get control, right? And then that's when all this devil energy starts coming in and da 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 da. Whereas if you just do the right thing and you're aligned and you're balanced and you're in the right energy, okay, even if you have to make sure things are fair, even if you're like in the energy of justice, okay, if you are still um what's the word, like a positive influence on them, even if at times, like, because obviously you have to have balance, you can't be like the happy positive person all the time, but you can always be a positive influence. Does that make sense? And it's like people actually respect when people are in the energy of justice. If you, do you remember, like when you were in school, like I will always remember this, when I was in primary school, I had a teacher, maybe this is his energy, right? Because he was very like strong-willed, you know, very strong-spoken. He was an Irishman, and his name was Mr. Corrigan. Shout out to you. But he was one of my favorite teachers, and he demanded respect, you know, not by like, you must respect me. Like, it was nothing of the sort. Like, he never even said anything like that. But now looking at it from an older, like me being older, I can see that, I could see that in his energy. But it was like, you know, you had to be in his class, you had to do things right, okay? He wasn't going to do all this like playing around. But at the same time, you wanted to be in his class because you had a great time, and, you know, you felt like you would actually learn a lot from him. Um, and he did have a positive energy. So it's like that authoritative energy was still there, and is it doing things in the right way and having that authority, but he didn't need to, you know, exercise a type of control over the children that didn't make them feel free and happy, you know. It was like he still had control over his classroom and the way things needing to be done right, because he had the justice system, as in, like, you know, the rules and, you know, the consequence, like all that stuff, like divine justice, that's always there, okay, but it's respected, okay. So there's just something here about that, okay. So there could be some childhood healing or releasing, or some of you guys, you could have gotten some beliefs from childhood. For others of you guys, it's something that I feel like maybe, I don't know, some of you as well, there could be some sort of like shame that you're carrying. There could be something about needing to release this here, um, or maybe take it to the divine, okay, for that to be healed. Because I feel like for some of you guys, like the divine is present for you to speak with, okay, in order for you to release anything that you think is keeping you stuck, you know, on a vibration that's lower than the desired one to reach your fulfillment. Um, yeah, this could be so many different things, but it just kind of looks like an ending of anything that you feel like is not really helpful, or something that could be not of the divine, in order to step into, you know, your purpose. And if you're already in your purpose, then this is just you having a greater acknowledgement of things that may need to die so that other things can be born at this time. But yeah, I am aware that the camera was a bit off angle, so I do apologize for that. I do hope you guys were able to see the cards okay. But yeah, so just gonna remove these cards now. And I'm gonna get some last few cards for some signs that could be helpful for you guys around this time. Because again, following from the last eclipse where we had abundance, I still see this here with this love card. So it's like a lot of things growing, like a simple approach. Okay, so you've got 30, so the number 30 or the age 30 could be significant. Also, with the number 3, let's talk about manifestation. So you could be wanting to say your affirmations in sets of threes. So maybe you could be feeling a bit uninspired. We've got the letter C as well. So the letter C could be significant. Any other signs, messages, please, Divine? Some of you guys as well, like I'm getting like this creative energy here as well, where we had creative accountability. So it could be like if you're feeling uninspired, how can you be more inspired, or how can you refuel yourself? Maybe it's something about you incorporating a new practice or something that helps you to be in the state that you need to be in, you know, like we were talking about in the beginning. Some of you guys, it could be you tapping into like your creativity, or you could be growing something and you need to have a creative approach. Can we get any more signs, please, Divine? Okay. Okay. So we've got no ifs or buts. So for some of you guys, there's something here where it's like if you want to manifest something, you are going to have to take that creative accountability. There is a strong message of like fast growth. Okay, but there is something where it's like there's no ways around something. It's no ifs or buts. It's almost like, you know, if you want to manifest it, the time to manifest it or to get on that momentum is now. We've also got introvert. So for others of you guys, this could stand for like confidence. If you are more in an introverted energy, okay, maybe you wanting to manifest confidence. Some of you guys, you might just need to focus on manifesting the energies that you need. Okay, you may already have this within you, and maybe it's just reintegrating that or healing something that stopped you from being more in that energy. Or if you're feeling like you're needing energy support, okay, with that, then again, it could just be you saying affirmations 3 times, like I am confident, I am courageous, I am calm. Okay, remember we was talking about that strength card? I was like, it's intense, but it's graceful. Okay, but there's a strong energy of like courage and confidence, and also like peace, balance, harmony. So there could be something here about like manifesting, saying your affirmations, or even literally seeing what you want, and again stepping into it. Okay, so we have last year. So something significant could have happened last year, or if there was something that you wanted to do or work on last year, okay, maybe this is the year for you to do it. No ifs or buts. Okay, some of you guys, yeah, there's just something that could resonate for you. It could be something different. Use your intuition. Okay, we've got stay alert and present to receive your sign. So maybe you had a lot of signs about something last year. Okay, like something maybe you had to know ifs or buts last year. Okay, maybe you received that sign a lot. So yeah, there's something about if you've been seeing the same signs over and over again and you're not listening to them, this could also be something that could be what's the word, something to change, right? But for others of you guys, I feel like it's mainly just a message telling you to stay alert, because the divine is going to be sending you a lot of signs. Okay, and you want to be aware, because if you trust in the signs, okay, you're closer to your manifestations. We've also got the previous idea. So some of you could have had a thought, okay, just then, like the previous thought that you had, okay, that could have been, you could have, you know, that could resonate, that you could have been on something there. Okay, if you were trying to intuitively feel out what that could mean for you. Or for others, you guys, maybe you had a idea recently and you changed it. Okay, maybe it's like, okay, go with that idea. Or you could have had an idea to do something last year, like the previous year. Okay, Spirit is saying, um, no ifs or buts, like do something. Okay, it may even be like this is the year for you to manifest something. Because look, we are in 2023, and we've got the number 3 here. So maybe this is like the year for you to do something. Okay, we also got dates. So there could be a significant date, maybe the 30th. For others of you guys, this could be a literal date. We've also got it's already here, and we've got you can manifest it. So yeah, okay, I understand that. So if there's something you want to manifest, okay, you need to believe and act, and like we said at the beginning in that movie, okay, like it's already here. Okay, the energy is already here for you to work with. You don't have to think, oh well, the physical manifestation is not here. The energy is already here. That's what you need to work with in order to, you know, see it in the physical. So saying you can manifest this. There's just something about needing to have like a mindset shift, or like a new way of thinking. Yeah, there could also be something by, like, if you want to manifest something by a certain date, you may need to like put some sort of a timeline for yourself. um yeah, that could be significant. Okay, or something could have happened last month on the 30th. Okay, just use your intuition, guys. And then, can we just get an advice card, please, for this eclipse, now that we've got the signs out the way? Kick back, catch a vibe, let your energy flow freely, and see what happens. So again, it's that same simple approach thing. If you've got the right ingredients, if you're in resonance, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay, it's like a simple approach. And then, you know, let the energy do the rest, see what happens, and then work with that energy. You know, it's almost like this make your life a moving prayer. This is talking about how you co-create with the universe. So this also talks about manifestation. I used to really go into this back in the day in, I think it was personal readings, or was it when we had the Patreon? But yeah, it was like, which does, anyways, yeah, make your life a moving prayer. It's kind of like when you're manifesting, the universe is doing their bit, right? And then you need to do your bit, then the universe is their bit, you do your bit, the universe is their bit, and then it's like you're both kind of working together to bring this into reality. Okay, so it's like if you're open, there's that sound again. Funnily enough, that did disappear for a while. It did disappear. So yeah, I don't know. There's something like about a repetitive maybe thought pattern or something there. But okay, make your life a moving prayer. So it's kind of saying, um, you know, if there's something that you need to do, okay, if you are alert and present for your signs, the universe will cue you when you need to do something else. It's almost like teamwork. Okay, let's say you're at work, you're working on a project in a team. It's like, you know, the overall project can only be completed if you do your part of it. Okay, but if the universe does their bit and you haven't done your bit, then it's like, you know, you need to be in that co-creation energy. But if you're not sure on what you need to be doing, you'll be prompted with some sort of a sign. Okay. But it's also just being intentional, like with your days, like every day, just making it like a part of your manifestation, you know, like every day waking up and embodying that version of yourself, that higher version. And we've got the tower card. So this is the eclipse energy. Okay, it's always like a tower type of energy. Destruction for reconstruction. Tower, old foundation torn away to make space for the new. Okay, so it's like that demolition energy. And it's like the universe is doing this for you so you can create something Okay, you can build something new, okay, after something needed to be demolished because it wasn't built in the right way. This could have been something that you built off of like a belief system or a mindset. Okay, maybe that foundation of belief wasn't solid. Okay, so it's like as you um reprogram your subconscious mind and you start building from that place, start creating from that place, certain things will kind of last and stay put. We've got everything's okay, don't worry, it will all work out in a beautiful way. So some of you guys, an angel just came through here to just give you some sort of reassurance. So you may have just had like an emotional feeling just then. Work on perfecting your craft. Invest your time now wisely, become an expert. So I feel like this is talking about you leveling up in regards to being that version of yourself you need to be for your life movie. But look, Spirit is also pointing to the mind. It's saying it's your subconscious mind that you need to focus on. So even if you are putting in all the work and you're trying to perfect everything and you're doing all this stuff, that's great. You may have the knowledge, but what's going on in the subconscious, right? And Spirit is also saying when you have knowledge, you need to transmute that, you need to alchemize that into wisdom. How do you turn knowledge into wisdom? When you start taking action and you actually experience things. Even sometimes when you make mistakes, it's like, okay, do you learn from those and then implement the lesson and get a better result the next time? Or do you just stay down and feel like, oh, this didn't work, and you just kind of play out that subconscious mind pattern, of like feeling stuck or incapable. It's kind of like you could put all this work in, but you may feel like nothing is happening. Okay, so yeah, I would even advise you guys to learn up on the subconscious mind. Okay, it's very, very fascinating. And it's just essential really, especially for those of you guys like having kids, okay, because I just feel like it's a gold mine. It's like, in my opinion, the greatest thing you could do when your child is born is really like protect and cultivate their subconscious in the best way possible. But obviously you want to know what you're doing. So yeah. And the reason I said this noise right now is just, yeah, I don't know, some guys, it's like there could be a lot of noisy thoughts going on. I feel like I'm just picking up in the energy, just like a lot of mental noise. I know that I cannot change the past, so I release it. Regret, releasing mistakes, contemplation, sadness, sorrow, upgrade needed, mental upgrade needed. Look, see, upgrade pending. Angels saying it will all work out in a beautiful way. There's something about connecting to the heart space, being devoted to that heart space center, but also we've got very soon. So this eclipse could be happening to make space from something that you need to release so that you can rebuild. Okay, so this could be happening for you in order for you to use that wisdom that you gained through whatever you went through. Because remember, I said, how do you turn knowledge into wisdom? Now that you've gone through something, okay, how much wiser are you now? And how can you use that wisdom, those lessons, to build something better? That's what this eclipse is doing for you. It's making space. I'm going to do this one and then I'm going to wrap this reading up, guys. Listen to your intuition. So, again, if you are feeling like there's a lot of noise in your mind and you're not able to like clearly hear your own intuition, okay, you may need to do something beneficial for your mind, okay, that can help you tune into your vision more, like, or just going somewhere where you feel like your mind can think freely, okay, like for instance, I feel like nature is a great choice, okay, even if you're in a place where it's very noisy and you need to really just see what your intuition is trying to tell you, where your intuition is trying to tell you to take action, because we've got The King of Wands in the reverse, which is like an inactive, like not taking action. But then we've also got this in a good sense of where you don't want to always like rev up the engine so much and like take action so like forcefully, and you haven't even considered your intuition before acting. Okay, because you can like, it's almost like, you know, it's like driving a car, literally revving it without seeing what's ahead of you. Like you could just rev so fast straight into anything, whereas at least if you were going a bit slow, you know, you crash, it's not going to be so detrimental. But it's like, you know, you want to have that simplistic approach, because if you are using too much of that like gas, okay, and especially in areas where you don't need to, or especially when you haven't checked in with your intuition. But just on a simpler level, consider your intuition before acting, especially around the time of the eclipse, but just period, okay? Especially if you're feeling impulsive, or if you're feeling triggered, or if you feel like you have a strong desire for something, or if you feel like you want to take action on something, or if you feel like you don't want to take action on something, anything to do with taking action, okay? Because again, this is where you are accountable, creative accountability. Whenever you take action, okay, you're doing something, okay? So consider your intuition. And if that means, if you feel like you're not able to tap into your intuitive thoughts at that time, that might be a sign in itself. Don't take action just yet. Instead, go somewhere where you can think clearly, and then you'll get clarity on where we should take action. But if you're like, oh, I don't have time to get clarity, I want to take action now, but you really don't know if you should, that's probably a sign not to be impulsive. Okay, so in general, I just feel like you considering your intuition and thinking as well with your heart and mind is what's going to allow you to take the steps to being fearless, leader, creative, energetic, proud, strong, passionate, independent. Okay, this is really good. And I'm also getting the message here of keep in mind how you're acting, as in your life movie. So it's more like if you have self-belief in yourself and you're confident about your abilities and who you are and what you can do, okay, when you're acting as in you're stepping into that version of yourself that already is that, you believe that, okay, that is truth. Whereas if you don't believe that, or let's say maybe you are struggling to feel like you're worthy of that, or there's a lack of self-belief, then that might feel a bit more challenging. So again, sometimes it can call us to look at those deeper aspects, like, okay, what's holding me back from being able to step into that energy, okay, or what's making me feel like this destiny for me isn't going to align with like who I am now. Okay, it's like, who is that version of you then? You know, who is that version of you? Get to know that version of you, understand that version of you, understand who you are right now, understand the version of you are, who you are now, understand how you became the version that you are right now. But yeah, if you look at the version that you need to be in, okay, for your ideal position in life, then you can start behaving in that way, and then naturally by default manifesting those realities, right? Because you'll be a vibrational match to it. It can't not show up for you. So again, this is lovely. I'm going to leave that there, guys. I do hope that was helpful. Sending you all my love. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, if you stay to the end. Take care and stay spiritually charged. Bye.